Avalon's got the joystick. He's ruling the zone. Gaming world's his digital crone. From pixels to planets, he's never alone. In the realms we conquer, the seeds are sown. Jordan's gaming flair, he's got the beats. Pixel quests and high score feats. Pop culture vibes with endless repeats. In our podcast, he's on the streets. Digital ascent, we're climbing high. Voices in the ether touch the sky. With tech and games and culture bright, come along with us, ignite the night. Brandon's in play with a pixel blade drawn. Quests and controllers from dusk till dawn. XP stacking, the leaderboard's gone. In gaming's heartbeat, he's the spawn. Digital ascent, we're climbing high. Voices in the ether touch the sky.
Good evening, everybody. Marla, hello. You are acknowledged as the first, so congrats.
Thank you, Marla. We love you. You're the best.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
You're pretty cool. We're kind of light tonight. Brandon was going to join us, but he's not feeling great tonight, so we all hope that he feels better. It's never fun. I too do not like to be on camera when I feel like ass, so so you wouldn't see me here either if I didn't feel good. But we have a pretty we have a decent agenda in terms of topics, but not anything super long, not anything super drawn out. At least I don't think so. So, dang, Brent is dripped out. Oh, my silver chain. Oh, do you want me to tuck it in? I'm sorry. You want me to tuck it? Is it too much? Is it too much drip?
I mean, it's blinded me a little bit, but I mean, it looks
that
nice.
or my head.
You do you, King. No, I mean,
What's
maybe
shinier?
a little. It's a little of both. I'm being honest.
All right. Well, let's see here. We'll go ahead and get into some gaming stuff here because I know you've been gaming. You've been tinkering with some tech. I've been gaming a little bit here.
Sure.
What you got, sir? You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll run it. So, gaming wise, I've been playing Tainted Grail: Fall of Avalon, which is kind of like the grimdark version of Avowed. If you've played Avowed, it's an interesting game, man. It's not like my favorite thing I've ever played, but you know,
Isometric?
No, man. It's you know, FPS TPS style.
It's called what now?
Tainted Grail: Fall of Avalon. And you know, you run around with your sword and shield or bow and magic, and you know, chop up, you know, things.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty all right, man. It's not like the best game I've ever played or anything. It's long. It may be a DNF for me eventually, but we'll see what happens.
Got a very at first glance, it's got a very Elder Scroll, or not Elder Scrolls, Elden Ring, excuse me.
Yeah, it's not an easy game in my opinion. I see a lot of people saying that's really easy, but you know, maybe my build just sucks. I don't know.
Even the UI looks a lot like Elden Ring.
Yeah, it does feel that way a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then I got a Raspberry Pi, and you know, I've set that up, and now I have a Pi hole set up, and you know, some limited success. So, you know, I found some issues with like the security features with Android and iPhone with that. You know, it doesn't play nice with iPhone's private relay, and it doesn't play nice with the private DNS. It knocks my Wi-Fi phone. If private DNS is enabled, it just straight knocks the phone offline. Boop, goodbye. And so I've got some tinkering to do there and figure out what's going on. And I don't know, man. It's pretty cool. I got one in production now, and you know, because I have one in production, it means I need one for dev. So I bought a second one. It's on the way.
They're not. I mean, well, I don't know. These days, maybe they are. How much do they run these days? Like the full kit?
It wasn't so bad, man. I paid $80 for them.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
No, man. And then the second one I got with a case with an actual like LCD screen on it, and or maybe it's just like you know, it's just like a cheap little screen on there, and I don't know what I'll put on there. Man, maybe it'll be some desktop. Maybe I'll put some cool tech stuff on there. I don't know. I like little tinker toys. What about you, brother? What you been working through?
I like tinkering too. I just don't like. I stopped much in the same way as I have at my the current job and the previous job. I stopped tinkering with or having like DIY stuff and prod. I don't like having DIY stuff in my prod anymore either. So here at the house, because I've got it's me and 3 other people, needing to use it. And as soon as I make the slightest change, like I can barely update a damn access point without somebody screaming.
Yeah, it's definitely problems. Yeah,
right. So now I look for like solid, like state of the art, like the stuff that I can leave on and not have to worry about queue up updates at after hours and stuff like that, and just leave it alone for the most part. So I don't tinker much with that stuff anymore. I know how you set up the pie hole and all that. I've been loving. I know I've preached. It's not a paid ad. No ad here. Hashtag no ad. I love the firewall. I have nothing but good things to say about that. Still, I've not been burned by it. It's been solid device, and it's expensive, but man, just kind of set it and forget it. That with a couple of Ubiquity APs, and hell, I've probably had more problem with the Ubiquity APs than I've had with the firewall.
Oh, brother, forever problems with the Ubiquity stuff.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you buy prosumer with
when you're an early adopter for like some of their first Wi-Fi 7 bullshit, and they don't even have it figured out yet. So
yeah.
But all that to say, gaming wise, because it's not Tech Roundtable necessarily, or Tech Ranch Roundtable.
Sure.
I've been playing a lot of in waiting for the new World of Warcraft stuff to come out. I've had an RPG itch again. I've been playing Guild Wars 2.
Man, I see people talking about it. I don't understand. The game's like a decade old, man. Why are people playing Guild Wars 2 now?
It's just held up so well. And
I've heard it. I've seen people say it. I don't understand.
It plays great. The graphics still hold up really well. The gameplay loop itself is just kind of it's one of those games where if you want to be involved in the stuff, you can be. It's very much so one of those games that you can truly progress playing it the way that you want to play it. There's not necessarily like one linear path. There's 100 linear paths of you can go explore all the maps, and that'll eat up a ton of your time because there's so many maps. Or you can go do achievements, or you can go do cosmetics, or you can do the storyline or whatever. And it's just a lot of fun. And then that is the end game though. So like as you do that stuff, you get mastery points. So like the max level is 80, but that doesn't matter really, because 80 is kind of when the game starts, for lack of a better way to put it. And then you're just getting mastery levels, and those mastery levels are obtained from essentially doing anything. It just doesn't matter. So it's just a really cool game, cool classes. It's one of those few MMOs where, which is what always made me or appealed to me about it, was it's the skills change based on the class you play and the weapon you put in your hand. So like putting a sword in a guardian's hand, you get a different set of skills. And then putting a sword in, say, like a necromancer's hands, you get different skills.
Oh, interesting. That's pretty cool. That's
so
a cool mechanic,
really cool
man.
Way to mesh, like the weapon types and classes. So I highly recommend it. I mean, you can entry to that is free. You can play all the way up to level 80 for free. Arguably though, like the expansion packs that you spend money on are where it gets really, really good. Like that's the better maps, the better quest writing. It's got kind of a little bit of a medieval-esque steampunk sort of vibe every now and then. It's kind of got like the mechanical side of like the steampunk stuff in it here and there. And just, I mean, definitely an old game, but man, it's in a time where MMOs are just not doing anything. No one's brave enough to put that money and time into one. It's a decent little game. So if you're looking for something like that, by all means. I also have been I haven't been playing Arc Raiders as much. Like I said, I've been on the kick with RPGs. It's just something I could jump into low effort. But speaking of both genres, I'll tie it into this topic. For anybody, hopefully you haven't been living under a rock. Everyone knows, I think, that New World, was put in maintenance mode by Amazon Games. But it got an official shut-off date of January 31st, 2027.
Shut up.
Yeah, so it's going away here in about a year.
They're already killing it?
Yeah,
one solid year. 4 years, 5 years?
1 solid year, man. That's what they gave it. That's the the clock on it.
That's like abnormal, right? To launch a huge MMO, crank on it for a year, and then kill it like 6 years later. That's not normal, right?
Well, I also don't understand. Well, I think a board meeting had already been had somewhere and they had already drawn the line, but like their last content update was arguably probably the best they've had in the history of that game. It brought back thousands, if not tens of thousands of people. People were eating it up. They were loving the new content. And then Amazon's like, hey, we hope you're enjoying the content, blah, 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 blah. We've released it for free. And everybody's like, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right, right?
Yeah.
And then like literally, man, 2 days later, they're like, we're announcing that New World is in maintenance mode, blah, blah, blah. You can still buy it. Currency's still up. We're still going to be releasing patches and seasonal content. And then, I don't know, gosh, I think it's been a month now since that post, maybe a little bit over. They're like, you can't buy it anymore. It's delisted. Currency will stop being sold like halfway through the year, and the official shut-off date's January 31st, 2027.
That sucks.
Yeah. So people, and then, of course, you watch the Steam charts. And the Steam charts were way up there. Like I think New World was up there, like competing with some of the other like lower tier MMOs, and now it's all the way down at the bottom of the ranking because people are like, why the fuck would I play
Why
this?
even bother?
Yeah, why even bother, right? So
Wild.
unfortunate, because I downloaded it and I jumped in there for a little bit just to kind of see what they changed, because obviously I put a lot of time into it initially.
Me
And
too.
a lot of people, yeah, I mean, you did. A lot of other people I know put a lot of time in it.
I got 90 hours in before I was like, this is trash. What am I doing here? And
It
I'm
was-
just
it was
chopping
in-
fucking wood.
It was in such a better state, man. They really did put a lot of work into polishing that back up and bringing it out of the
was so
depths.
terrible, man. I never even made it to max level. I got like 5 levels away from max level before I was like, there's no point in any of this. All of this sucks. I'm out.
Yeah. No, they turned it back around in a very hardcore way. It deserved more. Honestly, my personal hope for that game is, even though I'm not even an avid current fan of it, I hope someone buys it. I hope someone
And
buys
they
the
run
rights.
it. And
they
yeah, they
run it.
run it.
Yeah.
Okay. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
I think
what
it
do
would
I
be
care?
profitable for the right company. I really do.
Sure.
I just don't know that Amazon would be willing to get rid of it. I think Amazon's one of those types of folks that would
They'll
just
just
hold
sit
on
on
to
the
IP.
IP
Yep.
just so nobody else. Yeah,
Yep.
sit on it so nobody else can make money with it.
Yep.
Give everyone a big middle finger. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that sounds like the right type of ruthless there, huh?
So speaking of other craziness, for a
Yeah.
while there, Bungie was, Bungie still is having issues, I think, internally, but their big game that they've been working on, Marathon, has been, no one knows what the fuck's going on with it. I think some of their early play tests, people are like, this game sucks. What are you guys doing? You guys need to go back to the drawing board with this thing, right? So that delayed it, because I think Marathon was supposed to be out long before Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders kind of came out of like seemingly nowhere and blew everybody off their feet, right? And everybody expected Marathon to be out by now. Marathon's got a launch date. You can pre-order it. I actually did the dumb thing that I like to usually do, and I went ahead and pre-ordered it because I've committed to playing the game as it stands anyways. But March 5th is when that comes out, so it's not all that far away. What is that, like 6 weeks? So anybody interested, that's the same PvE, VPV, whatever the hell else you want to call it, right? Player versus environment versus player. Quest system, the big difference there is a little bit more like high sci-fi, high stylized versus Arc Raiders, and it's
It
first
looks like
person.
that. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I thought that they abandoned this thing. I'll be honest. I thought that they
Well, we'll find out March 5th.
man, and you bought it?
I went ahead and bought it,
brother. That's
I went ahead and
wild.
bought it.
You make crazy video game investment.
I don't buy a lot of
decisions.
games
I'm
these
sorry.
days.
I mean,
You know what I mean? I really
guess, but like, man,
don't. I used to just
how much was it?
buy, and
How much
like
was
not
it?
play. I got the deluxe version on sale for $50.
Okay, that's less bad. I thought you was about to say $80 or $90.
Nope.
$50 a reasonable price.
I think
for a
I can
game
get.
these days.
I think I can get 50 hours out of it. I would hope I'd be able to get at least 50 out of it, and I'd be happy with it. I'd be happy to get half of that, quite honestly, but I don't see that happening. So,
Like, you don't think you'll get half of it, or you think you'll get your 50?
I think I'll get my 50.
Okay, it's possible.
I think I'll get my 50.
I don't think
I've-
I could do it.
I've been following that for a while. I'm actually surprised. I've applied to multiple testing waves and I just haven't gotten it.
You know, man, Arc Raiders was interesting, but like, and that was cool for me for a bit, but I, I didn't really like, get anywhere with it in the end. I don't even think I saw all the maps before I was like, yeah, I definitely did not make it to all the maps or all like the conditions for every match. Like I've never seen a lightning storm. And eventually I was just like, whatever, there's nothing to do here, but like take risk and like get off on it.
That's
basically
exactly what the game is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, if you don't want to get off on risk, then like there's like absolutely no point to play this game. And eventually I was like, okay, I've had my fill of getting off on risk.
And it's a heavy social game too, right? It's either social
Sure.
in the aspect of you got homies that you run with on a regular basis, or you like to go in solo and try to befriend people, or a combination of both, right?
Yeah,
You
right.
might. I had a couple of runs. Some of my favorite runs in that game have been either free loadout or no loadout, going with no gun at all, nothing in my inventory, nothing in my hands, and just running around and see if I can get out alive in a better state than I came in with. And the cool thing about coming in with a no loadout is you still get the safe pocket. You get one slot.
Oh, nice.
So you can run in there and grab something and get out with at least something, even if you die, right?
Yeah.
To where even a free loadout, you get no safe pocket. So,
okay.
I still love that
something.
game dearly. I think it deserves all the praise it's gotten. I think they surpassed just a few weeks ago. They surpassed 12 million people or 12 million players. Yeah. So Embark is definitely raking it in. Whoever's behind them, what is it? It's another NetEase game, I think, isn't it? Isn't it who funds?
I don't know.
Embark. I don't know, man. Not that they need any money. I don't think. Let me see. Maybe it's not NetEase. I think it's one of those other companies. Let me see, because now I'm damn determined to figure it out who it is. Arc Raiders. Is it listed on the Steam page? No, it's not. Yeah, not NetEase. Nexon.
I've never heard of them. Not that matters.
Significant backing and ownership by South Korean publisher Nexon. So, hey, I mean, if the game's good, it's good, right? People are enjoying it. I will say, for anybody who hasn't been following it, I've kind of been living vicariously through watching some of my favorite streamers play it. So that's kind of like scratch my itch while I'm like, I'll be working on like documentation or something throughout the day and just have someone pulled up. I don't even feel like playing it by the time I get off of work because I've already watched it all day. But cheaters have become rampant. So
really,
just
that
not figure that out.
sucks.
Yeah,
That's
figure it out.
unfortunate.
It's gonna kill them. I mean, you got someone like either the Burnt Peanut, whose his fame has been incredible over the black long sleeve is giving Dwayne Johnson turtleneck meme. Thanks. Oh God! Now I can't unsee it when I'm looking at myself in the damn preview.
That's fun.
I don't even know what I was saying anymore. She's screwed me up all over the place.
You're talking about how cheaters are a big problem, and Burnt Peanut is.
So Burnt Peanut, I mean, he's got like 80, regularly has like 80,000 viewers on YouTube and like another 60 or 70 on Twitch at the same time. So he's got like 160,000 people watching him, and just his team getting murdered just to cheaters. Not a good look when a huge amount of the viewing population of a video game is seeing that happen, and then probably let's just spitball and say half the viewership, maybe even more than that, does not have the game. They're just watching the peanut. They're never going to buy the game, knowing that that's what they're going to come into, right? So, Embark, figure it out. Games like this have died in the past. I used to enjoy the cycle. So did a lot of other people. Cheaters killed it. They couldn't keep up with it. Killed it. And they weren't nearly as successful as Embark is with Arc Raiders. So
yeah.
Anyways, I digress. All right. We want to move on, sir?
Yeah, let's do it.
There we go. Resident Evil Requiem.
I'm excited about this. I've been playing through all of the Resident Evil remakes. I played Resident Evil as a kid growing up. I haven't made it through Resident Evil 4, but you know, I'm working. I like what I consider to be the core Resident Evils. You know, that means for me, that's like not so much on Resident Evil 7. That one was not, you know, a hit for me. And Resident Evil at Requiem is taking us back to Raccoon City, back to dealing with Umbrella, back with Leon Kennedy. And I'm just like, woo, excited. I think it looks good. I gotta say, not excited about the price point of $70. Those are like 20-hour games, man.
That's Capcom for you, though. Like, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to wait. Like, I
Have they
cannot pay.
Have they ever released a game for cheaper than $70 right
No,
off the
I
rip?
mean, like probably 60, like a year ago, right?
Here's some good art from it here.
It
Let's
looks
see.
good, man. I like what they're doing with it. They got Leon Kennedy on one side, and then they've got this other character, Grace, I think it is something else that's not like a Billy Badass superhero, and it's gonna put you. You know, they're saying it's gonna be a real survival horror, you know, on her side because you know she ain't all geared up or whatever. They're bringing back ink ribbons if you wanna live the ink ribbon pain, and man, I'm excited. I can't wait. I mean, I can because I'm not going to pay $70, but I can't wait. You know what I mean? This thing's dropping on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, and PC. So, a lot of systems too.
It is nice to see it hitting pretty much everything all in one shot.
Yeah, it means it'll, like, my guess is that if it plays nice on the Switch 2, it's probably going to play nice on the Steam Deck also. So I assume it'll be, you know, Steam Deckable.
Very modest requirements according to the Steam page. I mean,
yeah,
this is recommended, right? So an i7 8700, how many generations is that behind at this point?
like 6.
A Ryzen 5 5500, which is nothing really anymore. I mean, you can get that thing for like $150. 16 gigs of RAM. I mean, that's where we're at right now, fam.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't have at least 16, you're not going to get much done.
Yeah.
A 2060 Super. I mean,
that's not. Look. That's not that strong of a card for a recommended.
Yeah.
For what I can't see. I have the screen too small. What is it for the minimum specs on the graphics card?
Minimum is 1660.
It's a pretty old card these days.
Now, mind you, these people, this is, you know, most likely 1080p.
Yep.
You know, once you start going up from 1080p, that's when these specs start going up. So
Sure. Still,
but still,
man, I mean,
think
like
devs are starting to figure out, and I think hasn't Resident Evil on the PC traditionally been pretty decently optimized compared to other Capcom games?
I have not had any performance issues or gripes.
Yeah, whatever engine they use, I don't remember what it's called, but
Yeah, but it seems to do all right in my opinion.
because I think the 4 remake is when they brought out that new system. I think it was 4, right? Whatever the remaster 4 is.
I don't know. I didn't know they were switching systems in there. All I know is that the remakes of 2 and 3 are fantastic.
Yeah, so
Very, very, very satisfied customer.
that'll
on
probably be
those.
one that I wait until it's sale to play, unless FOMO gets me. But
No, I don't see not $70. These are Brent. These are short games.
I know.
You pick it
I
up,
know.
you play it for 12 to 20 hours. You can squeeze another 12 out of it if you run it back through, you know, the other character, maybe 15. And you know, at 30 hours, you've run the game. There's usually some alternate modes that they release at some point in time where, you know, I think where you can kind of like rogue-like modes type thing where you can try to like rush or do this or that. And of course you can impose, you know, your own challenges. I don't know. They're just,
what,
I mean, like
what I've learned is
$70.
I generally don't come back. Yes, it would
No.
have to be something very compelling, and it's usually not compelling enough
And
for me.
to get $70, you have to beat it 7 times basically.
Yeah.
It's going to get faster after the first time. You don't have to do puzzles anymore.
Yeah.
Right. So, no, not at 70. Not for me.
I'll tell you a game that I forgot to mention during Gaming Roundtable. Speaking of like value games, is Dispatch.
You like it. I've been eyeballing.
So good.
I've been eyeballing it, bro.
I played it all the way through on stream. I know, you know, those games like that especially don't really get viewership all that great because, well, people also want to play the game, right? And they don't want it ruined. But man, it's so good. And
Yeah,
that would be that's
okay.
one of those ones where because of different decisions leading to different endings,
You get new stuffs, huh?
you would want to play it again, right?
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like the old, choose your own adventure books back
Yep.
from when we were kids.
Okay.
I won't
I'll add
say
it to my grab
ages.
list for sure.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean,
Okay.
don't wait for a sale. Even if you do, I mean, if you see it on sale, like it's an insta buy,
I'll
but
definitely buy.
even
Okay.
at the, what is it, $30? It's a steal.
Yeah, it's like 25, $30. It's not very bad.
It's so good.
All right. I'll pick
You'll
it
love it. It's 8 episodes. It's roughly 8 hours ish.
Okay. Well, that's not very good for me, but
Yeah,
you say-
but
but the story, if the story is good and you can play it a second time, things get better.
yeah, the voice acting is phenomenal. The animation is great. The writing's great. It's one of the very few games that immediately after I finished it yesterday,
Mhm.
I wrote a review on Steam. I never write a review. on
Wow.
Steam. Yeah.
Okay. I'll keep
Yep.
that in mind.
I was like, you know what? Even though it's already overwhelmingly positive on Steam,
Yeah,
I've
give it
got
some-
to
give it
I've got to
some-
sing the
give it some
praises.
love.
So.
All right, man.
And you know who recommended it to me? I had to it kind of dropped off my radar because you know
dat?
me, I'm a huge
it-
Telltale fan.
Yeah, who recommended?
My nephew.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. He definitely should not be playing that game. But
Okay. Well,
he should not have played that game, just FYI. However,
when I DNF Tainted Grail, I'll pick up Dispatch.
yeah, run through it, man. It'll be a good, if you want to bang it out. Hell, if you want to bang it out in one session, you maybe could if you're just feeling game heavy one day. But definitely not one you want to have visible to the kids, probably. I will say that.
Maybe
There's
I'll just grab
nudity
it
in it,
right now.
animated nudity, but there's nudity in it. You definitely don't want them hearing it. They cuss more than we do, and say some sus ass shit. But it's so good. It's got Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad in it.
Like Aaron Paul.
Couple of other famous, like you got some streamers in there, some content creators in there that did some voice work and stuff, and some other famous folks from. It's a Critical Role collaboration.
Okay.
Very, very good. Highly praised. So,
Okay.
Yep.
Well, maybe I'll go ahead and give it a try. As I was kind of saying, I feel like I need a break from Tainted Grail.
That'd be the break, man. It's kind of a little bit more setback.
That's good. Something I can split the load with. Yeah.
It's kind of how it's formatted, which because it doesn't really give anything away. Is you kind of watch story, and there's some QuickTime events in there if you want them on.
Sure.
You don't have to turn them on. You can just have it like in movie mode where you just sit back and watch it. But there's animations for I don't know, 15 minutes, and then you get dropped into a dispatch shift, a morning dispatch shift, where it's more like a strategy game.
Mm-hmm.
You learn kind of the strengths and weaknesses of everybody, and you're dispatching them to missions and stuff. A lot of fun. Then it cuts to another chunk of animation, another piece of the story, and then you do your evening shift, and then it cuts to the last piece of animation for the episode. And pretty much every episode follows that format. So every episode has essentially 2 gameplay parts and then 3 animation pieces. Really,
Also
really good.
breaks up nicely, huh?
Yeah, it's it's really, really good. Okay. Had a great time with it. Mandy watched it; she loved it. Some good little puzzle stuff in there. Like I said, along with the strategy, just a solid fucking game, man. I really hope that they saw enough sales to continue it and do another one,
Do some more.
continuation of it, or a whole different shebang. So, sorry, rant there. I wanted to throw it out there for anybody watching because it's phenomenal. So,
Okay. Wow. Oof,
All right.
$30 for 8 hours of gameplay. This is a tough sell. I'll have to think about
That's
it.
it's probably I will say for the feeling that you're left with, or even just between episodes, the $30, fuck it. I mean, you spend
think
more
it's
going to
worth
the
it?
movies for less joy.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to movies.
I compare. I
$100,
mean,
it feels like.
I know we do the whole value for per hour value proposition these days.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
But I also think about it too. It's like, man, if the kids and the wife want to go to see a movie, I'm out like $100.
Like $100, man. It's wild.
And that's before snacks and drinks and all that. I'm usually coming down there like
$200 for
$160.
2 hours of freaking
Right. And it's
whatever.
like, I'm going to buy this game for $40, $50. I'm going to get probably at least 10 hours out of it. That's 5 times the amount that I would have gotten going to the damn movie theater.
Yeah,
I didn't have to sit in a seat that a kid pissed in.
Don't say
And
this, voice,
you
brother.
know what I mean? And all the
That's
other
yuck.
inconveniences.
Don't
So
say it.
anyways,
That's yuck.
gaming, I think, as long as you're kind of choosy about what direction you go and you're picking stuff that you're going, like genres you're going to enjoy, it's still a heck of a value proposition in comparison to any other form of entertainment. Arguably, any other form of entertainment. It just depends on what you're into. So,
Yeah. Okay.
all right. What we got for topic 3 here, sir? I heard Patch Tuesday was bad.
Yeah. So if you use the Azure Virtual Desktop, then the patch KB 5074109 apparently causes some issues there. People are saying that it will give you unable to authenticate errors when trying to log in, and it's because the authentication prompt flow is broken. They say that it impacts Win11.25H2, but if you actually go read the patch notes, it's a bunch of other versions of Windows 11 and Windows 10 also. You can get around it by using the RDC, that's Remote Desktop Client, or the Windows app, or the web client, basically falling back to like their old way of doing things. And they swear an out-of-band patch is coming. And I don't know, man. I think I would just be grateful at this point if we could get a month without a bunch of freaking issues coming out of Microsoft patches. I don't know.
Would be great.
Bro, I just want them to stop vibe coding so badly their patches. Because I mean, like, look, man, there's always been like a something, but I feel like and I don't have the data to back it up, but I feel like every month this year, it's been like, ooh, we have these critical patches coming out, and some of these are exploited in the wild already. Like patch and vols are exploited in the wild already. And also, if you put this patch on your machine, your workers won't be able to fucking log in. Good luck, bitch. And like, that's why I need Apple to make me a middle finger version of the thumbs up.
I can probably set one up.
Dude, like, I'm just like, it's so frustrating. Microsoft charges so much money, and to have them be like, we didn't test our stuff against some of our core products. Our bad. Like Azure Virtual Desktop's a core freaking offering, right? Why isn't that being handled in an automated fashion, if not by human? And
I love that there's other this is not again
frustrating.
This is not an ad for this either, but RMM tools have come to learn that this is a necessary thing, and now that AI is a thing, one of the tools that I've been able to use, which is Ninja RMM or the Ninja One Stack, one of the things that they added in, I don't know, maybe like 6 months ago, is an AI like sentiment sort of thing around the patching, to where it goes out, it looks at every KB and it's looking at reliable sources and it's saying, oh shit, this patch had an issue. We're going to blacklist this from your approvals. And so
interesting.
So
it'll save you from yourself.
It'll save you from yourself. If you're the type of company that's just like full send, check it all, hit update all, right? You could turn that on and it will, it's going to make a list. It's going to make like a yellow list of severity of, hey, you should probably take a look at this just in case. Then the red list, you can just configure it to be like, nah, don't even touch it. Just leave it alone. Do not install it. So this, I guarantee you, I've not looked, but this last patch, I guarantee you, is on that list.
Yeah.
There's just no way it's not. Because I see here too, they're talking about, where I saw it in my feed was computers not being able to shut down.
Oh, I hadn't heard that one yet.
And they just restart, apparently. Like you hit the shutdown command.
It's just like, I'm good.
Yeah, it restarts. And apparently the fix is open up a command prompt, type in shutdown /S/T, and then 0, and your computer will shut down properly. So it's like it's just the UI somehow won't shut down correctly. So I
see that is like, once again, that feels like some really vibe coded shit, right?
It does.
That like, you're like, oh, we gotta address the part of the code that does the UI over there. And when it tried to write the shutdown command, which is what those UIs like have to back into, they have to back into some sort of shutdown, do this. And it was just like, this reboot /R is good enough. Or this shutdown /R is good enough here. It was in the one before it. Why can't it just come back in the one after it? It feels like a really obvious choice here.
Well, like when you click the power button, right, you've got shutdown and restart right next to each other.
That's what I'm saying.
So you'd imagine, like in the code, like the lines are right next to each other. They probably just copy and pasted the shit and called it.
Yeah,
down.
it was like this is close enough, and a human was like, this looks mostly good, and rubber stamped it. Man, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, and like, I get it, because if Microsoft doesn't try to vibe code, then how can they keep up with Oracle or, other industries that are definitely going to vibe code? And, sorry, other companies that are definitely going to vibe code. And it puts everyone in this like arms race situation to produce as fast as you can and take as many risks as you can without taking too many risks. And it results in stuff like my shutdown button restarts.
No QA whatsoever.
Which, I mean, there's like, look, man, there's QA, but like there has to be QA.
A minimal amount.
Like whatever the minimal amount that they think they can get away with.
In comparison to like, I'd probably argue that the amount of QA that takes place now is nothing in comparison to the QA that was done like 20 years ago at Microsoft.
Absolutely.
When like you couldn't just fix something by pushing it across the line very easily, because not everybody had gigabit internet. Not everybody had even high speed internet back then.
It's like the same thing in games, right? Once you shipped a game with a bug, that was your game with a bug, and it was forever there, and you had to live with that, that problem.
So we live in a much different time when it comes to every piece of software that we have installed on anything we own. iPad, my mixer here beside me, my damn hand controller, my Avalon right here.
We're gonna fix it all later. Just get over the line.
Yeah,
we'll
it's just like, let's just get something out the door.
It'll be okay.
And we'll be all right. So, yeah.
Thumbs up, guys. Good job. So, anyways, they promise an out-of-band patch is coming. There have been a couple of other things they're saying. Outlook won't close properly with pop accounts, though. I've got to wonder, how often do you see pop accounts anyways? And both NVIDIA and AMD GPUs apparently are causing are getting black screens. Desktop freezes, screen goes black, and then everything comes back. I actually think that happened to me. Now that I'm reading it out loud, there's a couple days ago where I was like, why? Like, I was like starting a game, and I was like, hold on, everything just went black. Is my computer dying? And then, because I just reformatted as part of it was time. And then everything came back, and I was like, okay, I guess maybe I was the one having the seizure. Moving on.
It's never fun seeing that happen. Any black screen like flickering, any artifacting especially. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it makes you go, oh no, can I really afford a graphics card?
Not now. Not now, PC gods, please.
I'm gonna end up with a 1060, man. I'll be running Resident Evil off of my toaster.
God, man.
All right, ready for the next one?
Yep. Let's see.
All right. BreachForums Gets Breached. So
irony alert. Yep, that's what it's the title. Yep.
So irony alert, I love it. So here's the deal. BreachForums is when you've done a bad thing and breached your company, you go sell that there. I mean, you don't have to, and you probably shouldn't, but if you are, if you're into doing things like that, that's the place that you would go and do such a thing. Well, looks like cybersecurity is important to them too, but not important enough because they got popped. And they're saying that it's email addresses, cryptographic keys, user account details, and IP addresses. When I personally hear cryptographic keys in this area, I definitely wonder if that means like private PGP keys that are used for like encryption. And, is this part of one of those things where the FBI or whoever's been harvesting messages, and now maybe they can gain access to these keys and, pop. They're saying that the way that it happens, the hacker, James, claims it resulted in a web app vulnerability and or misconfiguration, and it allowed them to access the underlying database where, while the passwords were hashed, the IPs and the emails were released. So it should, emails obviously bad because it ties you to a person or can tie you to a person, and IPs give you a geographic location. I would say this is gonna hurt somebody. So
yeah, a little bit.
Kind of crazy, man. Makes you go, who do they hire to do their pen tests? Right? Like, I mean, like, you gotta really think about it. Okay, they got breached because of like a web app vulnerability. They're probably not going out of business, forever. or let's say you're a competitor to this business, does it make you go, man, I should get a pen test on my web app vulnerability? Who can I trust to do that?
That was going to
Like,
be my thing. It's like, who can you even trust?
what do you go to? Do you go to Deloitte and say,
Yeah.
hey, can you please penetration test my illegal thing hosted in Turkey?
No, the same demographic of folks, the same population of folks that would hack you in a minute if they thought there was something in it for them, or if it was just for fun. It's the same population of folks that you're hiring to do that.
Yeah, like, and how do you, like, I mean, so, you know, I've listened to a bunch of Darknet diaries and, you know, I've lived in the world. And so obviously there's like a relationship matters component there. Like there's somebody on those forums that the administrators are like, well, that guy's popping web apps all the time. And, you know, he's been here a long time. We could give him some of the pie and he'd probably be pretty happy to do it. Or she, you know, no reason it has to be a dude. And at the same time, how do you ever trust them, man? Like ever? You know, because what if they get these things? You pay the pen tester to do it. They get all these things, and now they're like blackmail gods to you, right? And you know they pay you for the pen test, and then you come back and you go, okay, so I know you paid me for the pen test, but I did already steal this data, so.
And just hold your entire business hostage.
So I also installed some admin accounts that you didn't see. So I'm going to need you to pay me again, but we're going to need to make it monthly and probably a percentage of what's happening here. In fact, just give me all your fucking money. It's my website now. And like,
oh God, man. I mean, it's true though. I mean, if you're already in that shady sort of business, how do you trust anybody?
That's real problems, man. Like,
and how do you rely on the character of anybody you're surrounding yourself with at that point?
Yeah, it's real problems. You know, I don't know how you navigate it. I assume you kind of work with like mutual greed or mutual assured destruction. You know what I mean? Everybody's interests align to not rock the boat. You know, one of the things, war is bad for business type of stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, war is bad for business. And, you know, I honestly, like, you can't use a contract, so you've got to use something else. Blackmail goes a long way, I assume.
I guess. I don't know. It's not anything I'd want to be a part of. That's for
Nope.
sure.
Hard pass, brother.
Hard pass on that one.
Hard pass. So, I don't know. That's all I guess. The last thing I'll say is that, you know, there's some geographic notes here that most people on there were in there that were leaked were from US, Germany, the Netherlands, France, Turkey, and the UK. So, yeah,
smattering of folks.
Yeah, you know what it's not? It doesn't say Russia, which is interesting. I guess they go post their stuff somewhere else, though.
Probably. Huh. Yeah, I was just reading through the notes here. It is kind of wild.
Man, how much would you hate to have used that site now?
Yeah, even for, well, I guess they're not really into that business necessarily. I was going to say, you know, there used to be like the little case studies and little experiments you would do. You kind of, obviously you'd make a bunch of anonymous accounts and you'd protect yourself. You'd kind of do it almost in an air gap scenario, but those sites that sell like the ransomware kits and all that, you know, I forgot what channel. There used to be a channel that I watched. It might even be related to the one that the podcast you're talking about, but where they would actually go in and like buy that stuff and see what the end user experience looked like. And it was kind of cool. But like, even if you were,
it was pretty nice, man, in some cases.
Oh yeah. Like a lot of the stuff that they were looking at was incredibly elegant, even in comparison to like legitimate businesses that you would log into. Like some of these places had more security and more graphical elements in place for like just making things nice, making the user experience nice and secure than like your bank does when you log into it.
It's so
which
funny.
is ridiculous.
It's funny, man. It's pretty amusing. But hey, man, if you can package up your little bucket of bad in a nice way and put a bow on it, it'll drive sales. Why not?
I guess I mean, I don't know, like you know, me going into it not knowing what to expect, I would go into that looking at like, oh, I'm going to assume that this is going to be jank as fuck, right? It's going to be janky. Nothing's going to look right. Everything's going to look off because, well,
hey, brother, they want to make sales, man.
But no, it was not that way.
They want to make sales, bro.
Impressed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never personally been there. I know better than to take that risk, especially on
that's a no
anything
for me, dog. I'm good on
production that I
thank you.
have.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that shit. A younger version of me maybe would have.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Yeah, I
current-
think a younger
current version?
version you could have
Nah.
maybe talked into it, maybe. But me now, no, just not worth it.
yeah. Well,
Last
I mean,
thing I need to do is be on a list, even if I haven't done anything.
well, you and I came from an era too of gaming. I mean, I modded so many games back in the day. I mean, I remember mod packs for like the early versions of Warcraft, the early versions of Diablo, Command and Conquer,
Yeah.
like community built mod packs. You didn't know what the fuck you were installing. You had no clue that whether someone had some level of persistent access, whatever that would have been back there. Maybe it would have been terminal or
There's a
command
virus
line
alert.
access.
Just ignore it. It's fine.
Right. I mean, we were relying on free versions of like AVG and damn Avast and those little doo-doo ass,
So funny.
antivirus. This was before Security Essentials was ever a thing, and then before Defender was a thing, especially.
Oh, the early days of computing.
Right. You installed Windows and there was no protection.
Maybe I
It
should
was
say
just-
my early days of compute. Yeah.
I mean, I had copies of like Windows 98 Second Edition that were hacked from out of the box, like they to de-bloat it, right? And you didn't know what these people do. Just like these days, like we've got better groups.
I had some of that in XP version. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Windows Millennium Edition, which was just a hunk of shit. I had a de-bloated copy of that I ran prod. Like that was my daily driver. I gamed on it. I banked on it. Whatever else. So like the standard of security has increased, but I think it's in response to especially just how easy it is to get pwned.
Yep.
These days.
Wildly easy.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
what do you
amazing.
say?
It's amazing that we haven't been absolutely demolished and personal data hasn't been leaked all over the place because.
What do you mean personal data hasn't been leaked all over the place?
It
I
has,
consider social security numbers public information at this point, bro.
By legitimate businesses. I haven't even been hacked. It's just been by legitimate businesses getting hacked. So
For real.
data breaches and stuff. I didn't have to worry about losing my own information because I can just give it to this company and they'll do it for me.
Yeah, the company that I have to give it to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great times we live in.
Yep.
Well, man, we covered all the topics in just under 50 minutes.
Ka-chow.
Fist bump.
Yeah, fist bump, brother.
All right. Well, I mean, unless you got anything else, any closing thoughts or anything like that, I mean, that's it. We knew tonight was going to be pretty short.
Yeah, man down will shorten her up a little bit, huh?
It does. It does.
Yeah,
a little bit less ranting. I had to fill in some of the ranting.
Yeah. Yep. Nah, man, I ain't got nothing else. You know, thanks for hanging out, folks. We love to see you. We love hanging out. It's a good
Absolutely.
times.
Hit us up on Discord, chat with us sometime. We will, we're not going to be live, just to give some foresight into what we're doing. We're not going to be live on the 2nd of February. So our next regular day will be the 16th of February, assuming everybody's around, which is actually President's Day. So we jump from Martin Luther King Day to President's Day. Interesting.
It's going to be what it's going to be.
Yep. That's just how the schedule unfolds sometimes. So anyway, see you guys and gals then. Marla, thanks for joining in. Of course, my lovely lady, thanks for joining in.
Yep.
And
thank you.
If you're watching the VOD, we appreciate you there as well. So
yeah, for sure. Without doubt.
Without a doubt. Peace.
All right.
Tune in tight to the digital roar. Brent's got tech, he's laying the lore. From circuits and chips to the cyber core. Plug in and we'll give you more. Matt's on the edge, watch those pixels fall. He cracks the code, solves it all. Dark web secrets, firewalls tall. In the cyber jungle, he's the call. Digital ascent, we're climbing high. Voices in the ether touch the sky. With tech and games and culture bright. Come along with us. the joystick.